current Hall of Famers inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. He is the 8th Division World Champion. Please welcome back to the sport of boxing, the legend Manny Pacquiao!
Balay, yung sumbang.
Ingato tangan human na mo.
I miss boxing. I'm excited for the fans to give a good fight. Boxing is my passion. The way I train, the way I work hard to make sure that I can give a good fight to the fans.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao are both going all out as they prepare for their highly anticipated showdown. Pacquiao has shared that he's completely focused and already deep into training camp, aiming to deliver a thrilling performance in the ring.
He trained hard. He have to defend his belt. I'm a challenger, so I have to make more extra mile to punish myself and able to win the fight. And that's my goal. I'm not underestimating my opponent. I have to make sure that I'm 100% condition. I'm still here. Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao has returned with a clear mindset, stating that he won't take his opponent lightly or make the mistake of underestimating him. At the same time, he believes his physical preparation and overall fitness give him an edge over Floyd Mayweather.
Michael Ren! We're not done yet.
Mo na siya. Kita pwede mo kumpes diri anak ka
Awan din.
Last 30 seconds.
Manny Pacquiao revealed that Floyd Mayweather initially aimed for an exhibition match, but he insisted on making it an official professional bout. With his focus now locked in, Pacquiao is committed to delivering a genuine and action-packed experience for the fans once he steps into the ring.
He wants an exhibition with me, but I disagree, and I don't want to fight with exhibition with him. I want to fight a real fight like this. So this is it. This is what I'm waiting for.
Manny Pacquiao emphasizes that as long as someone carries real heart and passion for boxing, age doesn't have to be a barrier. He believes that commitment and genuine love for the sport are what allow a fighter to keep going.
Of course, boxing is boxing. It's really hard sport. When laziness comes to your body, to your mind, then stop boxing. Forget about boxing. But as long as you dedicated, you have fire, you have you have interest to punish yourself like that, for hard work, you enjoy doing hard work, training like that, discipline, then go for it. Like continue boxing.
Yeah.
But
if you do that, you'll be successful.
Of course. But something like comes to your mind, like especially in the middle of like preparation, like let's say 2 months after 1 month training, it's like he's tired, like lazy.
Manny Pacquiao highlights his drive by explaining that he never feels mentally worn out, and that mindset is what keeps him pushing forward with unwavering determination in his career.
The time comes, like, come to my mind, to my heart, like, I'm lazy, tired. Then forget about boxing. Yeah, right? But as long as you have passion, dedication,
you still have fire, then yeah.
Yes, of course. But look at your body also, because sometimes your mind is active, but your body
Everybody
cannot.
says no. Mine stopped a long time ago.
So that's why I'm trying. I'm trying to push myself, but you know, it's not.
Everybody says no.
Manny Pacquiao incorporates stick conditioning drills during training camp, using this approach to build his tolerance for pain, boost mental toughness, and get his body ready for the most demanding moments in the ring.
Sakit niya pagbatok. Suot ng paa mo.
Very heavy fight. Heavy fight.
Kuha pag yun sa nila. Mahugot sa buhay mo.
Time. Here's the timekeeper. And then that might go 45 seconds.
Go,
Got it.
go. Tag.
Masaya sa bagang ko.
The CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions cautions that Floyd Mayweather won't stand still during the fight, urging fans to anticipate constant movement, smart tactics, and the ability to adjust throughout the bout.
If Floyd will ever be a stationary target. I think Manny knows that. I don't think Floyd by any means is an easy fighter, or an easy opponent. Yeah, don't expect Floyd to be a stationary target. That's not Floyd. Floyd is Floyd. I mean, there's a reason why he's nicknamed the greatest of all time. There's a reason why he's the GOAT. There's a reason why he's 50-0. And there's a reason. There's a bigger reason why he's agreed to step back in the ring, and that's because Floyd is Floyd. And Manny's Manny, Floyd is Floyd, and Floyd's not just gonna step into something knowing that Floyd plays to win, as does Manny. So it's gonna be very, very.
He assures that neither fighter is dealing with any health problems. Both sides are fully covered with insurance, and there are no major safety concerns going into this matchup.
Floyd's 49 and Manny's 47.
I mean, the testing, I mean, the medicals and stuff are the same. It's the standard full physical, MRI, MRA, the eye exam, blood, EKG. So very standard, like what it is typically. They're getting insurance, so that's not a problem, right? So that there's no concerns or any issues there. You also have to look at their history, right? Their history is, look at how many fights they've done, look at how they've performed. They've always shown up. They haven't been, they're not flight risks. So we have to go back in the history and look at it. And of course, you see Manny's performance was great.
Yeah, and going back to the first fight, drug testing was a big sticking point for Floyd, right? Is there going to be drug testing for this fight?
Yes, most likely, yes.
Manny Pacquiao works closely with Freddie Roach in the gym, firing off rapid combinations on the pads with sharp accuracy and strong impact, reflecting his relentless focus and drive.
Time out.
At the same time, Floyd Mayweather Jr. remains fully locked in during training camp, refining his technique, staying disciplined, and pushing through intense preparation ahead of the fight.
Right roll.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. works the pads with sharp accuracy and solid force, displaying quick hands, intense concentration, and the tireless preparation that reflects his championship mindset. Max Kellerman recently weighed in on the potential showdown between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. He mentioned that he typically avoids discussing athletes' financial matters, but said that if Mayweather decides to step into the ring, he hopes he secures a strong payday and exits the sport comfortably. Kellerman also pointed out that Pacquiao's focus remains on competition rather than earnings, as he prefers a legitimate professional contest instead of an exhibition. Looking back at their previous encounter, he expressed disappointment, describing it as lacking excitement. He further noted that both fighters are now around 50 years old, which adds uncertainty to what a rematch might look like. While showing respect to both men, Kellerman acknowledged that Pacquiao generates more interest for him in terms of action and entertainment, emphasizing the genuine test and skill set both fighters would bring for fans to experience.
That's one thing I don't do. I don't talk about no other athletes' money. I don't do that.
By the way, my hope is that Floyd isn't going broke. So, and if he is, that he makes all the money in the world for a Pacquiao fight and rides off into the sunset a rich man. I wish him the best.
I want to fight somebody. I don't care about the money and all that.
Who you want him to fight?
That's not good with Pacquiao. Pacquiao just drew with Barrios.
And you see what he look like?
Yeah, because they're not on that level anymore.
What do you think's going to happen here, though? What do you think's going to happen in Mayweather-Pacquiao? Are you interested in it? Is it a good fight?
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Yeah, watch it. The first one was awful, but now they're 50 years old. Let's see it.
But why, though? But you didn't like the first time.
No, I didn't.
I'm not going to watch the second one.
You didn't like that match?
No, the first fight.
Yeah, I forgot.
So when they won the grandpas,
I know you
No,
didn't
by
like
the way, that fight went more or less how I thought it would go. I always thought it would go that way. I didn't like the fact that it was a diminished.
Who's your favorite fighter, Pacquiao or Floyd? Come on, we know it's Pacquiao.
I'm a
Pacquiao.
Actually, Floyd fight is actually more my style of that perfect boxer.
That's what
when I do a pound for pound ranking, I'm trying to be objective. Pacquiao jumped more weight classes. What he did pound for pound to me was more impressive.
But you have him over Floyd.
But I never thought Pacquiao was going to beat Floyd ever.
But
never
Pacquiao,
thought
he's one of my favorite fighters.
Cool.
Floyd and Pacquiao, they're one of my favorite fighters. But I still want to see
Floyd's the longer, bigger, better defensive fighter.
Right.
You know.
But let's be real. What this is all about, business. This is going to be a mega event. Doesn't matter how old they are. They're the two biggest names in boxing today, even if they are.
Paulie Malignaggi views this matchup as more of a major money-driven event than a purely competitive contest. Reflecting on the original fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, he pointed out that despite its historic importance, it didn't deliver the level of intensity and emotion fans were expecting. He explained that while the 2015 bout carried real championship stakes in the welterweight division, it often felt more like a strategic exchange than the explosive showdown many had anticipated. In contrast, a potential rematch doesn't carry the same competitive weight. Instead, its appeal is fueled by curiosity, nostalgia, and the global fame of both fighters. Malignaggi added that audiences today are less focused on pure competition and more drawn to the overall spectacle. He compared this trend to events involving Mike Tyson, whose exhibition appearances continued to attract attention long after his prime years.
That was also a cash grab, but really, that one was also a little bit too late, and really they didn't really fight with that passion and fire. It was more like, I'll dance, you dance, and if nobody gets hurt, we both win, And that's not really what fans want to see. Having said that, the first time around was for the championship of the world. Floyd was champion. Pacquiao was challenging him. I think Floyd had the WBC title at the time, so on and so forth. And you know what I say about, and at the time, it was still a fight that was viable within the whole world landscape of the welterweight division. This time around, it's not really a viable fight within the landscape of the welterweight division, but it's like I always complain about Canelo. As long as you don't take the belts with you and hold them hostage, and the sanctioning bodies allow you to hold them hostage, I don't mind guys doing this kind of thing. Let's face it. Is it the only time we've seen this? We've seen this time and again. I mean, Leonard did the third fight with Duran and Hearns in 1980.
Although this is being held as an official bout rather than an exhibition, there's still a strong element of entertainment surrounding it. Manny Pacquiao brings age and natural punching strength into the ring, while Floyd Mayweather Jr. counters with his trademark defense, timing, and ring experience. Even so, both fighters remain in impressive shape despite their years. Because of that, the focus shifts away from championship stakes and leans more toward evaluating their skill, stamina, and tactical approach, all while keeping fans engaged. The involvement of Netflix expands the event's reach, making it easily accessible to a wider audience, including those who may not regularly follow boxing but recognize these iconic names that AS Max Kellerman once stated, "When boxing is at its best, it captures global attention. Paulie Malignaggi shares a similar view, noting that even if this matchup doesn't carry the same historical significance as their first encounter, the mix of curiosity, nostalgia, and star power ensures it will draw major interest. For both longtime followers and new viewers, a Pacquiao versus Mayweather rematch offers a unique blend of technical skill and entertainment.
I mean, the rematch with Hearns and the third fight with Duran, you know, so you know, and I think those sold pretty well, pretty good as well. You know, people got into it with a kind of duds. Yeah, I mean, the third Duran and Larin fight at the Mirage, people kind of are probably more forgetful about it, but regardless, the nostalgia aspect of it, like the champ said, is gonna attract people. It's gonna you know, make people curious. There's also the aspect of it where the new fan base is always curious about the old-time fighters, which is why Tyson always gets views even today, because people are always curious about the Mike Tyson mystique, the Mike Tyson effect. So people that weren't able to be alive and wake up the morning of a Mike Tyson fight to know what that feels like, you know, want to feel that today. I promise you, it's nothing like it was in 1989 with Tyson, no matter what you guys want to feel. But regardless, I think people get curious about that, and I think this is going to be sort of the same.
Dan Rafael explains that the timing of the fight between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been carefully planned to place both fighters on a similar schedule, potentially leading to a September 19th event at the Sphere in Las Vegas. He adds that the involvement of Netflix comes as no surprise, as the service tends to prioritize major, attention-grabbing events rather than traditional boxing broadcasts. Compared to their landmark 2015 bout, which broke numerous pay-per-view and revenue records, Rafael believes this matchup is unlikely to reach the same financial heights. Instead, the focus shifts toward wide accessibility, with Netflix offering fans the ability to watch as part of their subscription, eliminating the need for additional pay-per-view costs. This approach has already shown success with events like the bout between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. The event itself is being organized through a collaboration between
Floyd in an exhibition bout, also probably in April, but in a different location. And it sets them up on the same time schedule where if they're going to do a rematch, September 19th at the Sphere in Las Vegas. The fact that Netflix is doing it is not surprising at all. That's always been what they've been talking about doing. I think both fighters and everybody involved understands that it's one thing when everybody wanted to see the fight in 2015, you put it on pay-per-view and it's going to be a blockbuster, which it was. They charged $100 for the pay-per-view, the biggest price ever for a pay-per-view. And it set every conceivable record that you could think of in terms of gate, boxing, pay-per-view buys, overall revenue, the sponsorships, the merchandise. You pick a metric and it broke the record. That would not be the case now, 11 years down the road, you know, since they first fought in 2015. So they needed somebody to put up big money, and it really fits the profile of what Netflix is trying to.
Dan Rafael points out that even though the actual competitive outcome is difficult to predict, the event itself is certain to capture worldwide interest because of the lasting popularity of Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. In his view, it's a must-see occasion, not just for hardcore boxing followers, but also for casual audiences attracted by the star power of two of the sport's most legendary figures.
Big events, and whatever you want to say about it, maybe not for guys like me or you who are involved in doing boxing-related stuff on a daily basis, but for the regular person that's scrolling through Netflix to see what's on a weekend night. They're going to look and say, oh, Mayweather, Pacquiao, I know those guys. They're as famous as any boxers in the world. And if it doesn't cost me any extra money and I'm just paying my normal subscription, yeah, I'll check it out. And it's going to do big numbers. That's why Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson did the numbers it did. And that's why, you know, we saw them be interested in a fight like Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua and the other events that they have done. Tyson Fury's come back as they try to, you know, build up more in the UK. And this is going to be the same situation. They put out a lot of money to do the fight, but not as much as what obviously they generated in 2015. And, you know, it will be, it'll be a big event, but how much of a fight it will be, who the heck knows? But I mean, to answer the question, I'm not like looking forward to it.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is believed to have earned close to $200 million from his first meeting with Manny Pacquiao, while Pacquiao reportedly received around $100 million. For the upcoming rematch, both fighters are said to be set for earnings in the range of $100 million each. From a practical perspective, when an athlete is still in solid physical shape and presented with a purse of that size, walking away isn't a realistic option. By nature, prize fighters compete for financial rewards, and few in their position would turn down such a significant opportunity. The financial aspect alone plays a major role in driving this bout forward, even if the competitive stakes don't match those of a traditional title fight.
Say it's just they're both getting $100 million. You're presented with a $100 million bag, okay? And you're still good physically, all right? And can still fight and you feel good. You ain't turning down that bag, bro. You're not. You're going to say yes to it. All you guys that are shitting on it, okay? Let's just be real for a second. No cap. We're all taking this fight. We're all taking it. You can't blame them to take it. We're all taking it, all right? So I hear both arguments, but it is what it is, right? They're going to take it regardless. They're prize fighters. They fight for prize. Duh. As Floyd famously said in that 24/7 build-up against Shane Mosley. And they're going to do what they're going to do. Now, in terms of why this fight is happening, honestly, I don't know. I don't know why this fight is.
The involvement of Netflix further heightens the overall spectacle, as the platform is known for spotlighting major, attention-grabbing events rather than strictly competition-focused title fights. In the past, its boxing-related content has leaned more toward entertainment-driven matchups, often carrying less competitive weight. While this strategy ensures wide visibility and makes viewing more accessible for casual audiences, it also sparks debate about the direction of the sport. Some critics believe Netflix has the potential to showcase higher-level competition to meet the expectations of fans who look for more than just big names and showmanship. In the end, this bout highlights both the financial appeal of prize fighting and the growing shift toward prioritizing entertainment value over pure competitive significance.
Has said that they, want to put on big, huge events. If you were to grade the type of events they've put on in terms of how serious they are, and when I say serious, I mean like real fights, okay? Like real fights with implications in boxing. You have to give them like a C, honestly. Like, look at the fights they've put on, okay? And if there's any criticism, albeit constructive criticism, towards Netflix, is I feel that they should step up the type of fights they're putting on their platform, because there could be a lot of blowback. There was a huge amount of blowback the first Mayweather Pacquiao fight, okay? You had all this attention. Literally the whole sports world and a big part of the world was tuned in to this fight. And the fight was boring. Put people to sleep.
That wraps things up for today's video. Make sure to stay tuned for what's coming next.